So very good morning to everyone present here. First of all, I thank everyone. As Dean Sir told, it's Sunday morning. So you are having some hope, need to learn something new in the orientation program. So I will do my best. Hope you will take something new from this session. Let me start my screen sharing. Okay. Hope my screen is visible and I am audible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes. You're
Okay.
fine.
So today's session, it's entrepreneurship development. It's an orientation program. As an overview, what we are going to see in this session, I am dividing this entire session into two parts. First one is understand. We are going to understand what is entrepreneurship, and then what do you mean by ideation or innovation? How much important an ideation or innovation is for an entrepreneurship? And last, we will see about basics of IPR, why we need to obtain IPR for our ideas. And since I am the innovation ambassador, in these 3 points, I'm going to focus mainly on the second point, which is ideation and innovation. As many of you know already, what do you mean by entrepreneurship? So we will have the basics of entrepreneurship and IPR. So I'm going to focus mainly on the ideation and innovation. In the second part, we will go on how to progress. Okay, so right from starting, how to generate an idea and how to find a solution, what is the problem statement, and how we are going to find out a solution out of it. And if you find out a solution, how to make a prototype, and then finally how we are going to build up a product, then how to socialize, and then collecting funds, etc. from organization. So this is what we are going to see in this entire session. And in between, if you see this small bulb icon, you have to remember the codes. Okay, this entire presentation is consisting of 50 to 60 slides. It's like a lecture. We cannot able to remember all those informations from all those 60 slides. In between, if you find a slide like this, just think in your mind, we have to remember these codes. Okay, so just if we think, the retention rate of us will be increasing. So I think that these pinpoints is enough to carry over from this session. Okay. We have a short quiz to have like a warm-up session. Since it is not a physical session, we cannot able to easily interact. So to make your interact and make you into the session, I have a short quiz. It's like assignment 0. When you are enrolling to NPTEL course, you will have a assignment 0 just to involve into the session. Okay, so I will put the link in the chat box. Hope you all enjoyed this quiz. Let me review with the quiz questions. So first, congratulate for Sekhar, Arun, Sam, KK, those who have got all 5 correct. So don't worry. This is just to know how you know about this entrepreneurship, etc. So just we will review the questions now. So the first question is, which one of the following is the first step for entrepreneurial process? So if you want to become a successful entrepreneur and if you want to be successful in your entrepreneurial process, what will be the first step? And is the correct answer here? It's developing a successful business idea. So if you want to be a good start a business, then your idea has to be a very good idea. So that is what the question stands for. And then which type of entrepreneur utilize a chance to introduce new technique or new product? Always when you start a business, you have to do something new and innovative. You just do not stop with a good idea. Whenever there is a new thing upcoming, you have to do some innovations. So the answer for here is innovative entrepreneur. And then the third question, what might be the reason for failure for most of the startup? Yes, all are small, it makes a small parts, but the major reason is incorrect market analysis. So if we are not doing a proper market analysis, then our startup will go in a failure things. and what is the factors allowed for small companies to act like they are in a big ones. So even though if it is a small company, it feels like it is a very huge part. So its answer is technology. Say for example, we can start up our own restaurant in our home, and we can tie up with the Swiggy that we can give some pictures like with wonderful presentation. So the for the client, it feels like it is a huge restaurant kind of thing. So the technology matters, how we are going to use the technology in the field. And then related to entrepreneur, what is IPR stands for? It is intellectual property rights. And whenever you are going to create some idea, or whenever you are going to create a product, then you have to go with this intellectual property rights. That is more important. That is going to give you more money. So that's it for the quiz session. Let me swap to the presentation again. Okay. Session 1. We are going to understand what is entrepreneurship, ideation, and IPO. So many of you know that entrepreneurs, those who are doing any business, are called as entrepreneurs. Yes, correct. But exactly what entrepreneurship it means, he has to find a problem prevailing in a real world environment. So daily, day-to-day basis, we have to identify what is the problem for people, and we have to find a solution using a technology. And a person or a team who is finding a problem and analyzing a solution for it using a technology or giving some innovation. So those persons are called as entrepreneur, or you can maybe name it as a novel entrepreneur. So Steve Jobs told, entrepreneur is a leader where rest or all are followers. How can we state the statement? How can we see the statement? Say, for example, we are using Android mobile phones. We are addicted to the apps nowadays. What happened? WhatsApp is released. We are into the WhatsApp. We are using the WhatsApp. And whenever there is an upgradation, you cannot use mobiles supporting less than 5. Android OS 5.0. We have to upgrade our mobile phone. So we are addicted to it. Whatever they are telling, we have to follow. Yes. So if Android is not supported for OS 8 or below 8, usually we have to upgrade our mobile phone for a newer OS, because the world is just mandatory to use those kind of applications. So entrepreneur is a leader where rest are all followers. And great things in business are never done by a person, because if you are giving one particular idea and if you are moving up with some solutions, it is better for you. But whenever you submit your ideas or submit or your proposal to others, they will find fault in that. Okay, so when you are sitting with your team, you can discuss among yourself and you can rectify what are all the problems in it, and you can come up with a better solution. So rather than being starting a startup with a single person, being a team, it gives you a better result. Then we are moving on to ideation. So this is the part we are going to look a lot. So what is ideation? The creativity matters. So how ideation is important for an entrepreneur? So creativity is like it by natural, a man has to be think in a very creative manner. It is a skill. If he is having this creativity skill, he can able to think up some ideas. But what is an innovation? It is not thinking. It is a process where you are converting your idea into a product or a wonderful software kind of things, or wonderful product kind of thing. So creativity is a skill, whereas your innovation is a process. Then a good idea can change your entire life. I told, sit up with your friends, sit with your teammates, have discuss with your ideas and come up with what will the disadvantage for it, and have the solution for it. And if you end up finally with one good idea, so that will change your entire life. Okay, so here is one innovative idea. This is done by a 10th grade student from Chennai. That what his idea is, printed papers. When he is giving the printed papers into his invented machine, it will give you a clean white paper again. So it is like reclaiming printed papers. So note the word, it is not recycling, it's reclaiming the printed papers. And this was invented in 2016. And we cannot able to tell how this invention works because this is in the progress of patent. So this is an innovative idea. If this is patented and if he is going to generate a product out of it, he is a successful entrepreneur. And here it is one more invention that innovation is not of creating a new product. It's just an idea is more than enough. So what is the picture says here is, uh, if people want to go for a restaurant and if they want to buy some food, what they have to do, they have to park the vehicles. But what this McDonald's done is they are giving an outlet where people can come in the vehicle and just by sitting in the vehicle, they can order it, the food and they can get back the parcel. So there is no parking is required. This is not creating a new product. This is just an innovative idea. So an idea is also creates a business. So this is the first point to remember as a quote. A good idea is always progress towards the success. So this is the first point that you should remember always. Then, which idea or innovation means? Anybody can think, anybody can give ideas, but whether all the ideas are going to win, no. Only very small or very few ideas are going to win. Even companies, world-leading companies like Google, Facebook, or Nokia are also saw the failures. Why? Because idea which is having the following properties will only wins. The idea should be very simple and it should be feasible idea. You cannot think like an exaggerated idea like if I'm going into a machine and just like the fraction of a second I can reach any other district or any other city. That is not a feasible solution. But projects are going like inner loop concept where people can travel at the speed of 500 or 600 kilometers, but still it is an research area. So you have to think about a feasible solution always. And all the remaining three parts are like once you kickstart a startup, all the three parts will remaining 3 points will come up like this. It should be in an affordable price because we are going to sell it in a huge market where people will request product in the cheapest price, and also it should be available in anywhere. Okay, so you cannot say like I'm having an outlet in this location, people have to come in this location to buy my product. So definitely it will not be a success. So it has to be available in various regions like geographical area like kind of things, or you may able to sell it through the online markets. And then finally your product or your idea should generate revenue. Without any revenue or income, your product cannot be in the market for a longer period of time. So an idea or an innovation which satisfy all these constraints will only wins. Okay. Can anybody know why Google Glasses fail? So Google is a leading company, but the innovation of this glasses is a failure. Why? Because whether it is solving a solution, whether it is giving any solution, no, it is like a fantasy kind of world. Like in the Iron Man movie, we can able to see its communication with the AI. Like this glass, when we give some voice instruction or when we see using our iris, it will give some information. Okay, but it disturbs the real world activities. It is going to disturb our real world activity when we wear these glasses. So that is what the reason for failure of Google Glass. And here is another product from Google. It is augmented reality. Why it is not so popular? When it is rolled out, it was popular for some few days, but after that, it is not so popular. This is just a gimmick, right? What do you mean by gimmick? It just gives an excitement for a few minutes, but it is not going to solve any problem, right? So this Google AR is also a failure one. But if it is thought in a different way, like kind of augmented reality for a person, a real person for conducting a meeting kind of thing, then it will create give you some solutions kind of thing. And here is one more innovative idea that is called Jeevan Bindi. It means the sticker, the bindi sticker, which has some iodine content in the back of this bindi part of it. So usually women will be more than like 30-40 years, the iodine content will be goes on reducing. So they need lot of iodine. So what this innovation is means that it has the iodine content in back of this bindi sticker. So when ladies is using this bindi for a longer period of time, daily in a daily basis, they will be having increased amount of iodine. Our skin has the capacity of absorbing the iodine kind of thing. So it's a simple idea that ladies is going to use the bindi, and in back of that, if we use some iodine content, so our skin will be absorbing, and in the daily basis life, using this bindi will increase the iodine content in the ladies. So this is one innovative idea. So this is solving a problem. What is the problem here? Iodine deficiency in ladies, and this innovation is solving a problem. So here is the next quote to remember. So if your idea or a product is going to solve a problem, then your idea will have the long market retention. Then you might have heard of recycle things, but what do you mean by upcycle? So recycle, it is a process of making something into some process, that is adding some extra things and making it to another manner. But upcycle is you just use the unwanted or waste materials for another product. Here, the plastic strips can be used to make mats or this beautiful purses for the women's. And here, the cycle tires, they have not undergone any process, just they are submerged in the sand and they can be utilized as a cycle stand. They are just using it in another way. They are not going into any process. So this is called as an upcycle. Like you can see many container restaurants even in Chennai now. The containers are not going to be processed. Thus, we are going to modify it, and we are using that containers for restaurants, even houses. So this process is called as upcycle, and this creates a business. And if you have some team, so if a customer needs immediate or temporary place for a home or some kind of rest area, you can able to go with the team, and you can create with the container part of things. This is a upcycle innovation. And here one more innovation, that is electric auto. So here they are not producing the electric auto. Instead, they are doing some changes in the already available automobile. So what they are going to do is just by disassembling the engine, and they are going to do some modification based on that how it is going to work in the electricity, and they are doing some wiring and calibration so that auto is converted into an electric auto. Okay, here they are not developing a new auto. Already auto is available. By modifying the engine, they are bringing it as a pure electrical part. So they are claiming that they can able to do this modification within 2 to 3 hours. So here the product cost is very low, because they are not going to produce an auto, just they need to modify the engine. So what is the next point to remember is use the available things in an innovative way. If you want to think like I am going to prepare an electric auto, that costs more. Then you have to have a company for producing the automobiles, or produce all the hardware part of things. But if you have an idea of modifying this engine, if you have one particular showroom, that is more than enough, so that people having auto can come to you, and they will spend 2 or 3 hours, and you can modify the auto and you can make money out of it. So it's cost cutting and easily marketable. People no need to buy a new vehicle uh, like 4 to 5 lakhs. Instead of that, if you can make it for a 50, 60,000, that is more profitable for the customers also. So this is what, use the available things in innovative way. And then a very interesting fact, that is jigar. You can see these kind of pictures in social media. Like we will be using to troll them. In Tamil, there is a saying like ஊர்ல இருக்க அறிவாளிலாம் நம்ம ஏரியால தான் இருக்கான், like that. So whoever the people is so brilliant, they are available in our own country or in our own city, like that they will do. So we will use them to troll. Okay, this is a word for people who makes their own resources with the available resources with lowest cost. Okay, it is not a very huge innovation. These are all very simple things, and this word jugaad is included in the Oxford Dictionary recently. It means we. So hope you can see the screens. These are all some examples of frugal inventions. So this man made the mobile barber shop. Okay, he cannot able to take all his chairs and everything, but with some modification in his bike, he made this mobile barber shop. So the here making the coffee day coffee like espresso coffee with the pressure given from the pressure cooker. So this is a small innovation that every people is doing. Think if your friend is saying, hey, I can able to run the motor with this motorbike. If someone says, the people nearby him will say, hey, don't talk foolish like that. It is not possible like that. But when you implement and when you show them that you have implemented, they will really say, wow, it is a very good idea like that. So what is thing is, think like a fool. Okay, it is better than not thinking anything. So if anything you can able to think a lot. Okay, any foolish idea you can able to think, but when you start implementing it, you can able to analyze the mistakes in it and you can rectify it. We can see here previous example, when this guy is going to do this for the first time, what he mistakes he might have done, uh, there will be some wobble in the motorbike, so that has to be very stable. After that he learns from the mistake and he is using this weight kind of things and this wooden block for making this vehicle immovable. So what, when you think of an idea and when you start an innovation, it will go some mistake, it will have some mistakes. You have to learn from the mistake and you should know how to rectify it. So again, it is a innovative thing. Even though it is a very foolish idea, it will become a innovative idea at last. So these frugal invention, how to convert this into a frugal engineering, just by making it as in an effective manner. So frugal engineering is nothing but whatever resource you are available, with that available resource, without any extra cost, if you can do anything new with that, then it is called as frugal engineering. So if you concentrate on frugal engineering, you can be a successful entrepreneur. Then social entrepreneurship. We can see we all the peoples are in need of something. So if we are giving some product to the market, the product may be needed by some sort of people, but if the product is needed by all kind of people all over the country, then it is a social need. So if we are going with that social need and if you are solving a solution for a social need, then it is called as social entrepreneurship. And you can see this kind of thing, which is nothing but a water ATM. You can see in more villages right now. So if you pay a 2 rupee or a 10 rupee coin, it will automatically dispense water like 10 liter, 5 liter, 20 liter kind of things. This is a water ATM, which is comes under the category of social entrepreneurship, which every people needs this. Then this is one more example for social entrepreneurship. This man is making a fridge out of no cost. It is, we all know the clay pot can able to hold the water in a very chill way, like that. He using the clay, he is making this fridge. It does not need any current or battery. Just if you keep any fruits or any liquid items into it, within 1 or 2 hours, it will be very chill. So again, this is a very good innovative and which is needed by all the people. So it is comes under a social entrepreneurship. Then what about eco-friendly innovative? Eco-friendly innovative, that is we are making something good to the ecosystem. So here it is an innovative called straws made out of dried coconut leaves. So from the coconut trees, we have the leaves which is dried and we can make out a straw out of it. Which has a lifetime of 9 months, I think. So within 9 months, we have to use the straw, and after some process of removing the wax and removing the impurities, this straw is made, and is also very cheaper, and it is biodegradable. Okay, it does not unlike the plastic straws. This is a biodegradable, and this is called as eco-friendly innovative. And even if you concentrate on these kind of eco-friendly innovative, that is also a good idea. And this is one more thing, that is we will be using scrubbers every day to day life. In all the household things, we are using scrubbers made up of plastics and aluminum things, which is not good. But if that is not available, what we will do, we will use the coconut part in our homes, right? So here there's an idea of using this coconut part of remaining materials of that leaves and that stems. They are producing a scrubber kind of thing with a compressed part, that is it can able to withstand up to more period of time. Like you can use this one scrubber for even 1 month. Okay, and also it does not gives any oil remaining in it, and it is very useful and friendly for all the vessels. Since from the beginning, from the olden years, we are using this coconut for washing our vessels. So when you are going with this eco-friendly innovations, it will take some time for the market, but in near future, whenever the plastics are banned completely, your innovation will go in the market in a very high profit. Until then, these kind of eco-friendly innovatives will be in a slower manner, slower phase, because of the use of plastics. Then, who is ruling the world? We know all these top companies ruling the world, and why almost these companies are always in the top? Anyone knows? Because they always going to innovate you with the new ideas. Yes, the Apple, Samsung, each and every month they are giving you a new product. They giving you with the new technology. So that is why the reason they are all able to withstand with the top 10 companies in the world. And anyone knows why Nokia company lost its market? If you know the reason, you can put it up in the chat. Before 8-10 years back, Nokia is the world #1 leader in the mobile manufacturing. What is the reason for Nokia lost its market? Okay, let me tell you. So there are several reasons for this loss of Nokia. First thing is there is Open Handset Alliance. It means it's like an MOU kind of thing. That is an agreement where in the period of 2008 or 10, companies signed this Open Handset Alliance only has the rights to use the Android OS, where the Nokia did not sign up that treaty, and Nokia cannot able to officially use that Android operating system. So they depend only on Symbian OS. And second thing, Nokia is well known for its hardware quality. You may even see news that on Nokia mobile saved a person's life, like it saved from a bullet. So that much effort they put for their hardware. But when come to software kind of applications, they cannot able to withstand. Why? Because whenever you take a mobile phone of Nokia, it will have only the 9 menu icons or 12 menu icons. Every mobile will kind of the same kind of software features. They are not upgraded in the software. They are mostly concentrated only on the hardware. So these are all very some reasons why Nokia lost its market. Then this is a quote to remember. So always you have to upgrade to new things in all possible ways. One good idea, if you are having a good idea and if you are marketing it and if you are going well, you can remember this Nokia. It is in the top. It is in the peak. No one imagined that Nokia will come down, because they have not upgraded the things. So you have to be upgrade new things in all possible ways. Not only the entrepreneurship, whatever job you are doing, you have to be upgraded for all the new things in all possible ways. So we coming into the IPR property. So what do you mean by IPR? It is whenever you're having some innovation kind of things, or whenever you're designing a product, you can able to sell, you can able to buy, you can able to give it for a rent or lease, or you can assign somebody to look over it, or after your period of time, your children can get it, that is passing. So it is going on as a process. Who can able to use it legally, who cannot able to use it legally. So that is a matter. So your idea should not be stolen by others so that they will make profit and you cannot able to make a profit out of it. Even though if you are an innovator, if you are finding some idea or a product, you have to go with this intellectual property rights. So why we need a IPR? That is, I already told. To commercialize, we need some license, and for recognition, and if we want to get rewards out of what we are innovating and what we are doing something new, we need to go for this IPR. And when we have patents or copyrights, it is also very important for a brand building. So these are all IPR basics, that is copyright, patent, trademark, geo indication, and industrial designs. So it looks similar, but we have some small differences in these three things. What does it mean by a patent is, if you have an idea or if you have developed a new product, you can file a patent out of it. So that is called a patent. And trademark, you can see it is obtained for a company's logo or a company's tagline, like LG means life is good, or Britannia, there is a music called Tin Tinted In, like that. We can get some trademark for those kind of things. It is major for brand building, so that no one will use this for marketing. And then copyright, for which you will get copyright, like an artwork, or if it is a content or literature work, if you write a book, then you can get copyright out of it. Then geographical identification indication, it is like the product is going to be available only in this geographical location. Example, Tirupati Laddu is available only in that Tirupati Devasthana. So it has a geographical indication. And then industrial designs, you can see each and every bottle of cool drinks have some different shapes. Why they are doing so? Because they are having their own industrial design for identifying. So this bottle, okay, it belongs to Coca-Cola, or this bottle, it belongs to Fanta. Like that, each and every design, it's going to be a brand. So for the product designs, they will get this industrial design rights. Yeah, I'm having a quiz for this session. So we'll have it at the end. We'll go through the second session. Progress. So how to progress right from the beginning and right to the end? How to progress? We are going to see, like creating, how to get an idea, how to find a solution, how to make a prototype out of it, and how to develop a product. Like that, we will be seeing one by one. So left hand side, you can see a small profitable business, and right hand side, you can see a high growth enterprise. Like you're starting a startup, it is like a plant of tomato plant. It requires 2 or 3 months to grow a tomato plant. But left side, it is a huge banyan tree. It requires 2-3 decades to grow a banyan tree like this. Likewise, startup you can able to do within 2 to 3 months, but to become an enterprise, it needs decades. So how to progress from a small startup to an enterprise? It is a big leap, right? You have to generate idea. As I told earlier, idea is very important. It is directly depending on your entrepreneurship. Idea to an enterprise, it is a big leap. You cannot jump like that in a single step. You need some intermediate steps. What are those intermediate steps? So a problem which you are identifying, and if you are generating a prototype out of it, then this process is called as an innovation. Okay, and the process of making that prototype into a product, and with that product, if you are marketing and if you are going to get some profit, then this process is called as an entrepreneurship. Okay, so first you have to have an idea, identify the problem. For that problem, you have the solution, that is the prototype, and that prototype analyzes what are all the mistakes, evaluate it, and generate a final product. and with that product market it and you get some profit. So these are called as innovation and entrepreneurship. So first, idea. How to create an idea? Sir, how do I get the idea? So we can get ideas from so many things like reading a books, browsing something in the social media. You can able to see a lot of this, like given an example like that frugal innovations. So from that, those things they are going to use only for themselves. Okay, if you have that as a base idea and you are going to design something out of it, having that as a base idea, and you are designing a new idea out of it, and if you are going to get some pattern, then it is a good one, right? So that web browsing, and you have to connect with lot of people and you have to talk with lot of problem statements, or you can observe any small things, like say for example, if you are having a plug point and you do not have any shelves nearby, how to charge a mobile phone? So most of them, they will be keeping the mobile phone on top of the charger, and if it vibrates, it fell down, it will be broken. Okay, so here it is a small innovation that out of the charger you will be having a holder to place the mobile phone in it. So it is a small observation. From this observation you are having a innovative idea. So if you can able to market this product even in online, so you no need to market to every door by door delivery. And after finding a problem statement or idea, how to find the solution out of it? So which solution you have to take? Say for example, you have to think, if I am finding a solution, how much it will impact to the people, or how long it will take, so that if the time is low and if impact is very low, you should not choose the idea. You may have come up with more ideas to solve a solution, but you have to analyze how long it will take and how much it is going to impact. If both are low, you should not choose that idea. Okay, if time is going to be taken high and impact is also low, forget it about the idea, you should not take about it. And if you can generate a solution with a less time, and if it's creating a higher impact, then go for it. Okay, that is a good idea. Then impact is also high, and if time prolong, if impact is increasing, that is after startup, if you are going with the business like after 4 to 5 years, if it's going to impact it for a huge number of people, then it is good for a longer retention for a business. Then that is a wonderful idea. So this is how we have to categorize your solutions, and you have to choose out of it. And also you have to choose a solution which creates the social and economic impact. We already discussed about what is the social entrepreneurship, and economical, that is like it has to generate revenue for you ultimately. Then prototype. Yes, sir, I have an idea. I fixed up an idea. How to create a prototype? So even if you don't have money to create the prototype, in our institution we have the incubation center. Like that, you can approach any institution for incubating, so that you don't need to spend money. So if they are accepting, the institution will spend money, and you can work it on, and you can do the research, and you can develop a prototype. For that, you have to publish your ideas to many events, like a lot of online events and hackathons are available. So once you publish your ideas to that kind of events, and if you recognized with them, so you can get the incubation, and you can develop a prototype out of it. Then in that prototype, what you have to do, you have to generate a proof of concept. Yes. So you have an idea, but after generating the prototype, you have to prove that whether this idea is really solving the problem or not. So in that way, you have to analyze your result, and you have to compare with the previous innovations, all kind of things, and you have to generate the proof of concept for your product. And here is an idea creations. Say for example, if we are planning with friends, let us go for some party kind of things, let us go hang out somewhere, each and every person will give some idea. So that is what this hike here. And after some time you will realize, okay, we have went this place so many times, so reject this place, like that. Okay, so that will be filtered out. and somewhat this is very long. We are planning for 1 day trip, so reject this place. Like that, it goes down. And finally, after some time, you will ended up with one fine place that everyone will fix. So that is called this increase of novel thing. Likewise, if you think of any idea kind of things, you will get foolish ideas, so many foolish ideas in initial stage. After, if you spend some time and if you filter out what are all the impossible solutions, what are all the solutions which does not work out, what are all the solutions where people does not interest of, then you will ended up with a good solution or idea after some long time. So this is the curve of idea creations. And then after getting a prototype, how to be developing a product. So when you are going to produce a real product, you have to analyze the market out of it. Who are all the people are in need of it? So you have to think these many questions. You should have answer for all of these questions. Who can able to pay? Who are all interested? And who will afford this? Whether it is legally accepted for them or not, and where it can be accessed. So all kind of questions, you should get the answer out of it, and you need to find the analysis in the market. So how to do a market analysis? Say, for example, if you want to find mutual fund investors, like as an example, so find who are all going to mutual fund investors. Based on them, you are going to generate an app or idea like that. So you cannot say in total India population, whoever is interested and whoever is having money, they can invest in mutual fund. You cannot blindly say just like that. Okay, you have to penetrate the entire, that is population, and you have to find out the exact number of users. Say here 130 crore is the Indian population. Out of that, Aadhaar card holders is 123. So all Aadhaar card holders, whether they are going to invest, no. Even a child can get an Aadhaar card. So only an adult will be engaged in a mutual fund investors. So out of 123 crores, who are all adults? It is 80 crore. And all adults, whether they are can able to do the investments, no. Who are all having bank accounts only can do the investment. And in that, who are all having PAN cards, and then who are all the policy holders, and who are all paying the taxes. So like that, you are going penetrating, and finally you are finding 2 crore as the answer out of 130 crore. So simply, if you have the target as I'm going to market with 130 crore people, that is wrong market analysis. You have to penetrate your idea. What is the correct number of persons we are going to market? Then you have to produce products based on this analysis. This is one just example. We have various other constraints also. So based on the interest, based on the geographical location, many things are there. So market analysis is a very huge topic. So this is just a glimpse out of it. And whatever product or innovation idea you are going to develop, it should be a novel thing. Novel means that's very new. So out of 100 products, only 3% are very novel. Rest are all enhancement, additions, and specialization. What do you mean by that? Every mobile phones, that is even every month we are having a lot of mobile phones. Mostly they will have the enhancement, like increasing the RAM, increasing the camera specs, like that. All are enhancement, not a real invention, real novel upgradation. Only very few mobiles will go with novel upgradations. Like in Samsung, I think I don't remember. Gimbal kind of camera is available only in digital cam. So that is incorporated in a mobile phone, a gimbal camera. So that is a new innovation. So most of the things are enhancement and additions. You can go up with novel upgradation for a longer period of retention, and for a shorter things, you can go for enhancement. Also, when you develop a product, you should not go for the futures. So you have to test how much it is valuable. If you are doing something new, you have to check the value out of it in the market. You should not only concentrate on the futures. Then socialize. Socialize is how you are going to market out. So there is a law of diffusion in that. So it means that whenever you are going something new with the market, people won't show interest in immediate pay. So only 2.5% will show the immediate reaction. Say for example, if Apple is introducing a new mobile phone, these 2.5% will be standing in the queue for buying the product. They don't even know what are the features, how the product will look, whether it is going to feasible or not. They don't care about it. These 2.5% need to buy the product. So we have to target these 2.5% first. And then later, with these 2-3%, we have these early adopters, those who are very techy or gadget kind of things. They will have a sort of knowing some new things. So they will be knowing these new products and they will buy. Okay. And after these people, there is a huge increase in your product skills. So that is what your early majority. So 50% of the people will buy based on these two categories. So after that, remaining 30 to 35% will buy only if it is popular. Okay, so you can able to reach only 50% of your market rate. If you are analyzing market of 2 crore, after a period of 4 to 5 years, you can able to reach only 50% of audience. And later, based on the success rate of this market rate, you can able to reach the remaining 35%. And there are some 50% of people who does not need any innovation or does not upgrade any project. So whatever effect you are going to do, you cannot able to market these kind of people. So those are called laggards. Then recognition and funds. Once you are ready with the products, if you are not able to have money to develop it, how to get funds? So the first thing is I told ideation. So we have to develop a prototype, and after some mentoring and skilling, we have to publish that work in events like hackathons or events conducted by MHRDs or IIC, so that you will go, and if you get a recognition or reward from that, the organization will be ready to give you the funds and grants. Okay, so that is the easiest way to have funds for your projects. And then road to success. If you know about the scope, and if you can able to generate something new out of it, and after that, if you analyze it, what are all the problems, and if you are going to optimize it, then finally you are going to be a successful person. And that's it. Thanks for listening to my presentation. If you want to contact me, you can contact with this mail ID, and you can also contact me with my social media that I'm having a YouTube channel, so that you can able to get update with some new technical things. Thank you, and I will thank our Dean sir and our HOD for giving the opportunity for taking this session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Gowtham Sethupathi sir, for your valuable time. I call upon Dr. Raja sir to vote the thanks for the gathering. So welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning to one and all present here. My best wishes to Gowtham Sethupathi. He given an excellent presentation on this new idea creation and conversion. For audience, I hope he clearly given some points how the idea can be converted, and there are ideas. A few ideas may be funny. Recently, I seen in one of my guest function. I thought of charging my mobile phone, but the wire was not enough to reach my mobile to plug point. I seen there one boy was immediately removing the mask and folding the mask and inserting that into plug point and keeping the mobile in that itself, the mask itself. So I was wonder the reason, because the necessity is arises. That means no other way, we have to be survive within that available constraints. Automatically, the idea will be coming out of that. So as that rightly pointed out by Sethupathi, Gowtham Sethupathi, we can get ideas by the way of reading more articles. By the way of, there are knowledge, there are two type of knowledge. One is called it as a tacit knowledge, another one is called it as a explicit knowledge. Explicit knowledge is nothing but it is available as a textbook or printed documents or project reports, etc. This is called the explicit. Tacit knowledge is by practice. If I am doing one work, if the other person, those who are colleague who are doing the other work in a different way, it is maybe better than me because of experience and it is going to come. So that is called a tacit knowledge. So as a participant, you would have identified the idea maybe come at what time? Can I say idea come at 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock every day for me? It is not like that. So that always you have to keep some pen and paper kind of thing. While traveling in the bus, I can get some idea. So immediately that idea is supposed to be like a silver lining in the rainfall and all thunder comes, no, like that, the silver lining thought will be come in your brain and it disappear immediately. So it is our responsibility recording that one, even it is a half-baked one or half of the idea, and thereafter you could keep on thinking that otherwise you would have forget after the journey is completed. So that it is those who want to do, you can't invent a new thing, already something available, we can by usage we can get it out of thing. And as rightly pointed out by Gowtham Sethupathi, the market thing, the whole human being is classified into three types. One is ready to change, the another extreme is called adamant to change, the middle group is once motivated they are changed. So as like that, any technology product, immediately one group of people opposing that, another group of people are so much interest on using of that one. The middle group, once the first group utilize them and they say that this is going to reduce your work or hours or it is facilitating you, then the acceptance will start slowly. As he rightly given us some percentage of calculation, out of 50-55 people only, percentage of people only do the technology usage, and the rest 30 once forced or it is mandate, then only they go for that. Still there are people without online accounts. So these are the examples for that. So I hope the session is today very much useful. I appreciate Gowtham Sethupathi effort to taking on this the presentation. And as a participants, there are plenty of teaching learning processes nowadays changed, like a hackathon, or in foreign countries, no, most of the colleges are called it as a community college. Even there are informal students. That means not in India country, you know that the formal education starts from 3 years old itself, maybe LKG or pre-KG. Then till 13, 12 classes, and thereafter 12 plus 4 plus or 12 plus 3 plus 2 kind of courses we are doing UG, PG. So it is continuously at a stretch it is happen till 24-year-old or 27-year-old. Or still some people going full-time PhD also. They may complete it in the year of 27 years old or 28 years old. But in law, not like that. In foreign countries, it is called community colleges. Even the people is not at all qualified as a paper wise, a degree certificate or kind of thing. But they are in craft work or skill teaching and all. They are visiting the colleges and they taken classes. Here in some areas only happen in India. I hope the film technology and all, the most of the short-term courses called the director training and other things, film shooting and all, these people coming and taking classes. So there is no formal education kind of book writing and other things. So as like that, the community colleges facilitating students to learn better things. We can't come to conclusion or perception stating that only the degree holders only able to be knowledgeable. There are plenty of scientists, rural people available among the rural people. Without education, they have innovation. Either in agriculture, most of the agriculture products are not invented by agriculture university. It is invented by most of the farmers. They don't know even writing or signature, signing, etc. So that the participants could understand that make it as a practice to create ideas, whether it is foolish or funny thing or even it is accepted by your own friends. You record it slowly. We will build up on accumulating some knowledge. Then it may be facilitating as your own unique idea. I hope the session is very useful. I appreciate the other organizers, Delhi Srinivas, and our MHRD chairman, mechanical HOD. And I thank our Dean ENT for facilitating us to conduct such events among our students community to motivate them in the young age itself, coming up with new ideas. I thank Dean IAE. I thank other office bearers and other participants. I hope again in that Gowtham participated angel funding and all. Previously, without money, we can't start any industry. Right now, if you have idea, there are plenty of people ready to invest money. So they are watching whose idea is going to rule the world next 5 years or 10 years. So that the idea is very important. As a youngsters, you understand that the brain is like a small swimming pool. How many raindrop to fill the swimming pool? That's much neuron available in our brain, but we are not utilizing all the neurons. So after the age of 30 plus, part of the neuron is going to die. So before that, you have plenty of creative ideas coming in your mind. May not you record it. So kind humble request, you have to record the ideas, even it is foolish. Thereafter, we will classify and shortlist and segregate it, which is best, which is further able to develop and other things. I hope, thank you, Srinivasan, and the opportunity given to me as a Vice President, MHRD, IIC, SRM IST. And as a head of the department, I thank the today's speaker, Gowtham Sethupathi, covering all the areas and creating, simulating and motivating our students to be good thinkers. And I thank the organizers. Thank you very much. Thank you, participants.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful time. I request the participants to fill in the feedback form too. Thank you all for your patient listening. Hope you would have got a fruitful session. And expecting you to join the upcoming sessions too. We'll share the future event details also to your emails which you have registered for. Thank you all.